the Michigan man, Jake Moody, to get us started. And off we go from Tampa. Taken at the goal line. Running right through him. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Now a run here off the RPO. Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Ready?
Here's Daniels. That one into the hands of Flowers. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it's second down. Well, this defense for the Bucs, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Cougar 19. Ready.
Now it's JCM, Ja'Cory Crosby-Merritt. He is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Here we go.
Daniels looking to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Okay, ready?
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now fourth down. Jake Moody now on for the field goal. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And the Commanders get out to a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen, go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Their second drive here, the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own. All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Here's a give to Bigsby. And he'll get about 3 here up to the 44-yard line. You talk about this Washington defense. They come into this one ranked number 17, so just starting the bottom half of the league against the pass.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The Buccaneers sit 9-4 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
2nd and 6. Takes this to the 45. Not much space there after the nice move.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping it's going to break big, can go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
Once again, it's Irving. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting one more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was. And now it's 3rd down.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
Let's go now. 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
They'll go with a keeper. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Only needed a few inches to pick it up and get behind your center and burrow forward like he did.
And remember what the GMs have told us? We build an offensive line starting with our center, the guy who can make all the line calls and also move those big defensive tackles in order to pick up first downs.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
15-yard line.
Ready? 70 Lion. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. 60 Maverick. Come 19. Come 19. Dragon 60.
Flag comes out, and that's because the offense did not get the play off in time.
And you can see the head coach, he is not happy. Everyone getting away from him right now because he's frustrated that they didn't get the ball snapped in time.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Now back to throw. That's going to be caught by Bigsby. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
2nd and 9 now. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Across the 25.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Christian Gonzalez. And the Bucs are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Buffalo 18. 60 Bobcats.
They'll look to throw here. And it is caught. And he goes down, but not before getting us inside the 25. 23 yards, the final tally.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Back to throw again. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now a handoff to Bigsby. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. Here's 3rd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they look to throw. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Commanders will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Let's go now.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack.
and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12. At the 25-yard line.
On the bootleg, it's Daniels. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and it goes down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
60 East Warriors, 70. 60 Maverick.
To the air goes Daniels. To the right side and caught by center. So Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here we go.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Throwing now is Daniels. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he returns into the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. McLaughlin for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. A nice little juke. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Let's go. Tampa and left. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Now Daniels. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Daniels from the gun on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Commanders.
Ready.
To throw is Daniels. They'll swing this out to Krosky-Merritt. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. The Commanders going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. 2nd down and 6 now. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Out route looking for McLaurin. He's got him. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
It's a gain of 7.
They'll look to throw again. Now Daniel's going to keep it. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Got it. Ready?
Well, they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Come on, come on.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down. They'll try and run for it. Krosky Merritt. Oh, some strong running. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. Not only an explosive play, but an explosive run. I mean, broken tackles along the way to pick up that yardage.
The way things kept churning for him, feet were moving, the legs were driving. Looks like someone who spent his offseason working on hill work, running through sand, all the things that you want to build up those leg muscles.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that will bring up second down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Here is third down and 4.
Ready?
Play action, now it's Daniels. There's a short one pulled in by Simmons. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Ready?
This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. Daniels going to throw for it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first. And that will force a turnover on downs. Bigsby with a carry to begin the series. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
From the 41, here's a second down and 6.
Half the 60. Half the 60. Go straight. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat.
Back to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
45-yard line.
Now they contend with a second and 12 after the loss. Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
60 bison. 60 bison. Hurt. 70 ranges.
Here we go on second and 12. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Here's Bigsby. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here now, second and 4.
Let's go now. Drop roll 80. Mustang 19. Check smash. 60 Maverick. 60. Check go.
They'll drop to throw. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. It's the fullback. His first touchdown of the year. And the Bucs are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on fourth down, didn't convert. To the right side and intercepted. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly, but look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. so close. He gets it to the one. Out of bounds right there. A well-executed 22-yard gain. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there. With touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Bucs are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this 4th quarter lead. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest. And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Daniels looking to throw. That's caught. Krosky Merritt with it. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. On 1st and 10, it's Bigsby. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he fires one incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Tank Bigsby, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Buccaneers have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th.
Commander is 6. Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And able to get this out to the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stairs on that sideline. This is one of those games you just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
They get into the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. 2nd and 5. On the carry, Bigsby. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Go!
Bigsby, touchdown, Buccaneers. CD will go to the bench as just one win, but this is a really impressive win. They've done it on defense, and here they continue to do it on offense. Another score in the fourth quarter to widen that advantage.
I like where you were going with that one. Would you say, partner, it's really 3 victories today? Landslide on the scoreboard, emphatic victory on either side of the ball.
They really got it done.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And they'll start the drive here with an end around. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
But that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction, and when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. An excellent run of 22 yards on the keeper and also a first down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Now Daniel's going to keep it. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Here's Daniels. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lane. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
70 range, 70 range. Ready?
Working out of the gun, Daniels. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the fourth quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
Here we go. Set. Cowboy 80.
On 4th down, here's Daniels. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Look at the big fella go. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Jake Moody now for the point after. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When they line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and now he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward is just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler, Buffalo 18. 60 Bobcats.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he's got it. And the Buccaneers are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Charles, a lot of happy